Dr. Chandra Setiawan. He's the founder and chairman of the Global Peace Festival Indonesia Foundation, coordinator of the Presidium of Matakin, the Supreme Council of Confucian Religion in Indonesia, and the founder of the Indonesian Conference on Religion and Peace. He is also commissioner of the KPPU Commission for the Supervision of Business Competition, Republic of Indonesia. He was previously the rector of the Institute of Business and Informatics Indonesia, as well as the commissioner of the Indonesia National Commission on Human Rights. Let's welcome Dr. Chandra.
Thank you, moderator. Distinguished participants, panelists, good afternoon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom. It's a great pleasure for me to present the first here. Today, the topic that the committee gave it to me is the living for the greater good, the moral foundations for inspiring innovative change. Okay, next. So my presentations, I will this scope of my presentations, and we start with the introductions. I believe different people see life differently, and each of us has to find our own pathway to meaning. The meaning of life should not be something abstract, but should help us to live our own unique life to the fullest. This is important, and I still believe religion have the functions. So religious people will find that faith in God give their life meaning and purpose, and helps them to find courage and strength to face problems and to bear suffering and disaster. The problem now, what does it means by to be a good person? Yeah. Next. What does it means by to be a good person? Why should I be good? Why I just live as I please? These answers will be different with anybody of you maybe. But in fact, if we realize this, it is because being a good means being human. Human nature is good. Humans are originally good. This is by Mencius' perspective, Confucius' perspective. If we try to choose, or we choose some other way, sooner or later we will face the consequences of our choice. Next. So I will use the Confucian's perspectives to analyze this, to view about a good person. To start discuss the way of human beings, we must start with a moral concept. In Confucian, they call it virtue. Yeah. The ability and power must also be cultivated by individuals, and thus became a moral making property of persons that is able to give the persons physical power or influence over others, and sometimes even over one's non-human surrounding. The concept of virtues. Virtue is not only a quality, but also an ability to transform oneself and a power to transform others. Life as a whole is a process of development from the latter to the former, the goals of which is to become a Sikh or to become a superior man, Chunche, in the Confucius terminology. A Sikh is believed to have manifested the greatest virtue which corresponds to Almighty God, and to have been given the blessing of God. So, become a superior man is a morally perfect and intellectually brilliant, and it's in carrying out the way of given in the human world, the man extensively confers benefits on the people and send relief to all. Superior man Chunche is the ideal persons who any of us, rich or poor, any race, has the potential to become. Okay? The superior man learns in order to attain the utmost of his principles. Everything puts forth his utmost endeavors. The superior man must make his thoughts sincere. Yeah. So, required is that in what he says, that may be nothing inaccurate. Yeah. Even when alone, the superman must be watchful over himself. Yeah, this is very important. The object of the superior man is truth. He is Catholic and not partisan, and thinks of virtue. Yeah. Superman wishes to be slow in the words and earnest in his conduct. So this is also important. And the superior man has neither anxiety nor fear. So he is correctly firm and not merely firm. Next. So the superior man is affable but not adulatory. The progress of the superior man is upward. This is very important. The progress of ordinary man is downward. Upward, it means the philosophy that already in his or her continuous improvement. Today must be better than yesterday. Yesterday, tomorrow will be better than today. That is very important. So next. So the superior man seeks to develop the admirable qualities of man and does not seek to develop their evil qualities. Yeah. The superior man honors talents and virtue and bears with all. He praises the good and pities the incompetent. He does not promote a man on account of his words, nor does he put aside good words on account of the man. To be able to judge others which is in ourselves, this may be called the art of virtue. He cultivates to the utmost the capabilities of his nature and exercises them on the principle of reciprocity. This is very important. Reciprocity. Yeah. Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire. Next. The practice of right living is deemed to the highest. Complete virtue takes first place. The doing of anything else whatsoever is subordinate. So the superior man conforms with the path of the mean, not extreme, balance. How to be balanced is very important, not being extreme. It means if you live not for others, all of your life for others, but also must be for yourself. Must be balanced. It's very important. Next. So from the highest to the lowest self-development must be deemed the root of all by every man. When the root is neglected, it cannot be that what springs from it will be well ordered. This is from the great learning in the 4 books of the Confucius teachings. To pursue the art of life was possible for every man, all being of like patience, and it's more things like that difference. Yeah. So Confucius revealed the process step by step by which self-development is attained, and by which it flows over into the common life to serve the state and to bless mankind. I want to read this ayat, this article. The ancients, when they wished to exemplify illustrious virtue throughout the world, he first ordered well their states. Desiring to order well their states, they first regulated their families. Wishing to regulate their families, they first cultivated themselves. Wishing to cultivate themselves, they first rectified their purposes. Wishing to rectify their purposes, they first sought to think sincerely. Wishing to think sincerely, they first extended their knowledge as widely as possible. This they did by investigations of things. Next. By investigating of things, their knowledge became extensive. Their knowledge being extensive, their thoughts became sincere. Their thoughts being sincere, their purposes were rectified. Their purposes being rectified, they cultivate themselves. They being cultivated, their families were regulated. Their families being regulated, their states were rightly governed. Their states being rightly governed, the world was thereby tranquil and prosperous. This is. And to implement living for the greatest goods as the moral foundations for inspiring innovative change, we should uphold these values. Investigations of phenomena, this is very important. Learning, sincerity, rectitude of purpose, self-development, family disciplines, local self-government, universal self-government. And last, if we bring these 5 virtues, 5 values, we will accept it anywhere when we go. This is constitutes of benevolent actually. 1, respect, magnanimity, sincerity, earnestness, kindness. With respect, you will avoid insult. With respect. With magnanimity, you will win over everyone. Yeah. With sincerity, man will trust you. Yeah. Other people will trust you. With earnestness, you will have achievement. With kindness, you will be well fitted to command others. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chandra. Dr. Chandra gave us a wonderful definition of being human. He said to be good is to be human. I love that. We had a convention in Kenya 3 years ago, and I was involved in an interactive group, and we were asking people to describe themselves in 3 bullet points, and there were about 50 people in the room, and long story short, there was one person who described himself as human. You know, others were saying, I'm Christian, I'm, a mother, I'm a father, I'm this, that. But one person said, I'm human. And we asked, where are you from? And he was from Rwanda and had gone through the genocide. So he learned how to go to the deepest identity of being human. So thank you. Let's give Dr. Chandra another hand.